So as you guys know, right now the UFC is pushing for Khamzat Chimaev to get the next middleweight title shot against Sean Strickland. It was up in the air on whether or not they'd be able to get it done, depending on the extent of Khamzat's hand injury. After his victory over Kamaru Usman, Khamzat claimed he broke his hand early in the fight. So it turns out Khamzat has a torn ligament in his hand, and it's not broken. Khamzat's manager told ESPN that he will wear a brace for the next 4 weeks before reassessing the injury, and at the moment it does not appear that he will require surgery. Papi Gio is known on social media for doing extremely accurate impressions of MMA fighters. He's known for doing a spot-on Alex Pereira. Pereira actually joined his Instagram live last night, and the two had a pretty funny interaction.
Chama ou não chama? Chama. Chama. Good job, my friend.
Thank you. Obrigado. Chama. Chama.
Chama. My son.
Bro, get my live, bro. What are you doing?
He really likes your videos. You're doing good videos.
Oh, thank you. Obrigado.
Boa.
Tell him he's gonna smoke Jerry.
Você vai matar a gente.
Vou sim.
Left hook.
Chama.
Left hook.
Yes.
Yeah.
Robert Whitaker explains why he does not think Alexander Volkanovski should have taken the short notice rematch against Islam. Rob says that Volk just wasn't ready, and when going up against a guy like Islam, you need to be fully prepared.
No, he shouldn't have. I don't think so. This is my belief, all right? And I don't think you should have, because like Topuria is in January.
Yeah,
it's not that far away at this point. Obviously, and he admitted to it post-fight, he wasn't ready. He hadn't been training as much as he should have. He had elbow surgery in the meanwhile. He had to cut a ton of weight to make a division higher than his own. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to fight against a guy like Makhachev. Dude's lightweight champion, been training. He had a full camp, trains like a demon, trains with Khabib and that Russian team. They train like animals, dude. Like you need to be on your best game to fight these guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, Volk wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. So I think he shouldn't have done it. There isn't really a strong reason for me to understand like why he would have done it. Like say money. Like is it really like he's been a very dominant featherweight champion. He's got money. Like that's not a problem. Like, and even if it was, it's like how much money is worth a loss? Like because he's going to get paid to fight Topuria. You know what I mean? That's like, and that's not far away. It's I don't think he should have. You know what? I'm frustrated for him because like, dude, he was, I think on a full camp, he beats Makhachev. I do. I could like Volk can hurt Makhachev, but man, the Volk that turned up wasn't a game Volk, wasn't full camp Volk, and Makhachev, being the animal he is, dismantled him, and that's what happens when you're fighting the very best in the world.
Tyson Fury says that he did not underestimate Francis and has no excuses for the fight. Tyson said, "Nope, you can't take anything away from Francis Ngannou. He's a good fighter and he gave me a very good fight and that was it. I trained very well. I prepared very good. I don't think I have an excuse or anything. It's boxing. Some days you have good days, some days you don't. You crack on and you continue. Keep moving forward. Listen, usually when you get the media saying it's a mismatch, it's not worth watching and all that, usually you're in for a tough night. If I wasn't training as hard as I did, I probably wouldn't have gotten through that fight. He punches hard, but it was a bit like a hook on the back of the head. The knockdown in round whatever it was, 3. But apart from that, he didn't get very much else." Francis Ngannou sent a message to his fans via Instagram this morning. He's pushing for the rematch with Tyson Fury.
Yo guys, what's up?
Waking up today and just remember that I'm the guy that just defeated the linear heavyweight boxing off the wall, and that I'm the damn man. Even though I get robbed by those judges, Yes, I really believe that I won that fight. I should have done better, but still, I won that fight. So keep it up. I keep my eyes on him, and hopefully we get a rematch. This time things gonna be definitely different. Cheers.
Francis also called out Stipe Miocic for the trilogy fight last night. Francis replied to this tweet, says Francis Ngannou should start calling out the UFC for his next fight, saying, "I will take on anybody you got for the real MMA lineal championship. PFL will co-promote. Throw the he's scared narrative right back in Dana's face." Francis replied, "I've been calling out Jones, but I can take Stipe for the same occasion while waiting on John to get back."
Francis just thinks that he's in a position where he's got some Conor McGregor Mayweather fight on his hands, which he does not. Anthony Joshua called it a gimmick fight this week. You know, he when asked about that fight, he's like, "I'm focused on fighting the best guys in the world. You know, I'm not interested in the gimmick fight right now." And that's one of the big problems with boxing right now, is it's all about these gimmicky type fights. And that's just not what I do here. It's not what I do.
Ian Garry reveals Leon Edwards had him kicked out of Team Renegade. Ian calls Leon weak-minded. Speaking to The Independent, Ian said, "Leon Edwards, his head coach, asked me not to come back to Renegade. Told me I'm not allowed to train there. I have to word this correctly because I don't want to be. The guys at Renegade, it was great energy. Tom and Ash were very welcoming, lovely, and nice to me. It was nothing to do with them. Leon and his head coach had an issue with me training on the mats, and recently have asked me not to train there because Leon doesn't want any insecurities or doubts on his own mats within the gym, which I don't fully understand. I get that we're both in the top 10, and you might see me as a threat, but I'm not a threat to you right now. I'm not fighting for a title right now." His coach said the words, "Ian is a threat. I cannot have Leon having any doubts or insecurities. That makes me think someone is weak-minded and can't have another contender training on the mat. That's why gym conflict is annoying. For me, why not have that other elite guy on the mat? Why not train with him?" And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from MMA Kirby. It says, "Win or lose, Francis won in all of our eyes. It made the MMA community proud." The second one says, "Bruh, Francis is a freak of nature. I honestly believe he could have picked virtually any sport and succeeded as a pro. Just a complete phenom. I'm so happy for him and grateful Dana is eating crow along with everyone throwing shade at Francis for betting on himself." And the final one's from USFC President. It says, "That was probably the weakest elbow Francis has ever eaten." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.